So, today is Valentine's Day. At the very least, it is when you're watching this video, probably. So, what better way to, celebrate this holiday than to make a tier list about Kirby ships? That's right, we're doing a tier list on Tier Maker about Kirby ships, or at the very least, some of them. This is not totally because I didn't know what to do with the scripted version that I was planning to release last year. Not at all. Anyway, actually, before we start, I have to, I guess, explain these things. Wait a second. Capture cursor. There. Uh, it still doesn't work. Amazing. Yeah. So anyway, obviously, not every ship is going to be on the same level. So obviously, we need tiers, some categories. I actually changed them a little bit so that so that they could fit better with what I'm trying to go for this thing. So basically, on the top we have my OTP, then I ship it, which is like not my favorite ships, but I do think they are pretty good. I like this. Basically, it's for 7 out of 10 ships of pairings. I think that more as friends should be self-explanatory. It is cool to, have two characters that are, paired together as lovers, but sometimes they feel more like friends. It needs to be a. So, you mean, cioè, I mean, there are there are some pairings that are that have a lot more, platonic. No, that's not the right word. You get what I mean. Some feel more like friends and wouldn't really feel like, lovers. So anyway, then we have the last two, which are which are actually self-explanatory. I'm not going to get stuck on my words this time. So basically, nice, like it's bad, but it's not that bad. And then we have it, and then we have Kill It With Fire, which is like the worst ships in this tier list, like bottom of the barrel bed. And that's basically it. So without further ado, let's actually start this thing, and we are getting a lot of ads. I hope you don't mind because I really don't want to. Like, I don't know if there is a way to remove these ads. If, like, you can remove them by paying, and I honestly don't want to do that. But anyway, let's actually start this thing for real, sis. So, Adeline cross Ribbon. Or I guess the opposite, Ribbon cross Adeline. I see them more as friends. Because that's what they are, friends. There really is no implications that they're more than that, And yeah, that would be really cool to have, a lesbian couple, but I don't think it's really realistic when we're talking about the source material. So I guess it isn't. It is fine, but I see them more as friends. Marx cross vanity. That's a nice one, but nah. This is not in the I see them more as friends because I like Kirby. I think Bandanadi would actually kind of be bothered by Mark's presence. So them being shipped really doesn't make sense to me. Uh, Bandana D cross Sailor D. Okay, so I think this one is not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily originate from that, but I think it's been made popular with fun, with web comics and other fan work where Sailor D is portrayed like a girl. Stuff like Kirby's Nightmare. I think I've seen others, but I don't remember. Uh, I don't ship it, but I like it. I think it's a pretty cool one, a pretty cool ship. Just having two helper waddle this, one from King DDD and another from Meta Knight, be together. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Caroline Cross Leongar, I think. It's the name of the lion from the Beast Pack. Uh, I don't really think they would be together. I don't think they would work as a couple. Not because, I mean, it's not because of their personalities, but I think it's mostly because I don't really see Leon Gar as the kind of guy who would date an animal. He wouldn't date a different animal. Like be, if he wanted to marry someone, he'd probably marry another lion. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not really deep into Kirby and the Forgotten Land stuff. And I think it has to do with me not playing it, or not being able to because I don't have a Switch. I've only really seen a few videos about it, seen a speedrun of it, and a few other mixed videos about it. So I'd say nah. Oh, and by the way, we're ranking this based on which I like more or less. So like, if I like this one better, it's on more on the left. If I like this one less, it's more on the right. You'll see what I mean once we go actually once we have more once we have ranked more once we have ranked more of pairings. Uh, what is this? Alien cross. Uh, oh, I love this. I love when the browser just freaking decides to close itself for having too many tabs. I guess I'll have to read it on my phone. I have to check out this thing on my phone. Kirby and the rainbow paintbrush. We Kirby. Okay, characters. Oh, close, yeah. So, yeah, no, I see them more as friends. This should be self-explanatory too. They, I don't think they would work as a couple. I don't think they have any romantic, stuff. I don't think they would work. Dark Meta Knight Cross Damage. This one is pretty spicy to say the least. Uh, I'm torn between I like this and I see them more as friends. Because on one hand, it is so bizarre that and works in theory. It works on so many levels. Like both are bad guys. Then again, Daroch, you could claim that Daroch did get, he was redeemed a little bit when he helped Kirby in Kirby Mass Attack. So I'm putting this before the other two, before Reborn Cross Sadeline and Closia Cross Aileen, because it is a pretty cool, pairing, but I think they're more friends. So, oh no. Escargoon Cross DDD. Let me think what I think of it. Is it good? No! Of course it's not. How? And the fact that people actually ship this really makes me, question if we've watched the same anime, because most people know Escargoon and DDD from the anime, and this ship is based, it features, it is about anime DDD, not game DDD. Do you wanna know how many times Escargoon gets tortured by DDD? It's like in every freaking episode. There are like what, 2 or 3 episodes where he's treated decently, and one of that, and one of which, and one of these three is Escargoon rules, and the others are probably the parts from the Fight to the Finish saga. So that's how bad it is. If it's on, if we're talking about game DDD, then I guess it can be put in the I see them more as friends category, or on the lower side of the I like this category. But since most of the art of the stuff that has Escargoon be shipped with the anime, no, with anime DDD. Oh my god. Since most of the stuff involving Escargoon cross DDD is, you know, with anime DDD and not game DDD, I can safely put this in the kill it with fire category, and most people would agree with me. So now, Queen Reaper cross DDD. Now that's a very good one. I ship it. It's not really one of my favorites, but it just works on so many levels. Like King DDD is the ruler of Dreamland. Queen Reaper is, well, the queen of Reaper Star. And the fact that King DDD was very sad to, live, to, path with Reborn in the bad ending of Kirby 64. I don't know, I might be reaching, but I like this ship. The Meta Knight cross Flamberge. I guess because they're both aggressive. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. On the lower side of the, I see them more as friends because it's not quite bad, but it's not really one that works. Queen Ripple cross Rosia. I mean, why? This is just pairing characters and expecting things to work. Nah. What's the connection, dev girls? I mean, Rosia is an artist and Queen Ripple is a queen. Does she have any interests in drawing? I'm sure there's probably a manga or a light novel that has that features Ripple Queen. You know the fairy queen from Kirby 64. You know, draw of paint stuff. Maybe it's a gag, but I don't know. I haven't really checked out the mangas and the light novels, which I really should do. I was planning on reading the English translations of the light novels like half a decade ago. I'm so late to the party. But from my current knowledge, no, they wouldn't work. And this wouldn't work either, I mean. I guess they're both bad guys, but like, that's it. What the heck? It's above Queen Ripple and Cross Dosia because they have something related. They did end up doing Kirby wrong at one point, but that's a low bar. Susie Cross Flamberge. I see them more as friends. And same thing for uh, for Susie Cross Francisca because both have had really terrible and in a way traumatic experiences, but that doesn't automatically mean they're lovers. No, okay, this one is Crying Cross Yin Yang. In what planet would that be okay? I mean, it's okay to ship any kind of character with any kind of character. Not always, but like you can do it most of the time. But like, who? I'm saying like so many times. Who who ships this pairing? Who puts Kain with Yin Yarn, the bad guy from Epic Yarn? Am I missing something? Is this a popular ship in the fandom and I just don't know about it? Probably not. I'm pretty sure there are less than 5 people who have actually made out of this couple. Obviously, I'm putting it above Escargoon Cross DDD because it doesn't feature abuse. It it's not an abusive relationship, so that's what makes it better. But it's a complete shock still. Uh, we have 4 ships with Kirby in a row, so let's make this quick. Kirby Cross Pandanadi and Kirby Cross Selfilin are in the I see them more as friends. I guess they could work as a couple. They would be cute together, but I don't really think they need to be lovers. They don't. It's not just that I don't feel like. It's not just that they don't feel like lovers. It's just that. I mean, it's not just like they wouldn't. They don't feel like they could be lovers, but they don't really strike me in that way. Now, Kirby Cross Prince Fluff on the other end, I like it. Above, and I'm putting it above Bandana D Cross Sailor D. Fight me in the comments, I will remove you. I'm joking, I'm not actually doing it. You're free to criticize this silly tier list as much as you want. But the reason I like this is because, I mean, they're just so lovable together. And you could call this a double standard. I mean, Kirby and Priestcraft are also mostly friends. What makes them different from Bandana D or Elfin? And I think it's because of. I mean, it's hard to say, but I I really I don't know. I guess it feels more believable. I suppose. I don't really know how to say it. It's just that I do think it's pretty pretty nice, and more believable. Now I don't ship these 2 characters, but I wouldn't mind if one of my favorite creators shipped them. If there was an event art artist that shipped these 2 together, which is why I know this ship, because there's a deviant on DeviantArt obviously, but also on Tumblr, based on the anime, where it's this continuation where Kirby is older He becomes a proper Star Warrior, and they also have some Tumblr esque, you know, one person asks a question and then they answer it with a drawing of these characters of Kirby, Meta Knight, maybe another one. And sometimes we see Kirby and Prince Fluff being portrayed as a gay couple, and that's pretty cool. And I think the reason why I like this one, while I really hate Escargoon Cross DDD, because then people are going to say, oh, but you have a double standard or something, or oh, but you're okay when when a gay couple features two kids, but it's a problem when adults do it. No, it's just because I don't buy that King Dedede would have a romantic relationship with his punching bag basically. Kirby vs. Prince Fluff isn't that, and that's why it's much better. That said, I don't ship it, but this one, boom. I think I don't need to explain myself, but for the few people who are waiting for an explanation, there could be 64 good ending, and also, they just fit together. Even if one is a puffball and another is a fairy, they have fitting personalities. They're both around the same age gap, so it doesn't feel weird like it could be if you shipped with if you shipped Ribbon with Adeline, because she's around that preteen age gap, I think, and Ribbon is a child, like a pretty young child. Like if school was in Dreamland or Ripple Star, she would be going to elementary school, while Ribbon feels no, while Adeline feels like she will go to middle school. So that's why I see these two more as friends, but I really love Kirby Cross Ribbon. It's super believable, and I guess we're doing this as a joke, but I'm putting it. No, okay, I'm stopping myself. I'm gonna put it into the I ship it because it's just so funny. There's this manga, this official Kirby manga where basically Magolor and Chili are a couple, kinda, and it's so funny because, okay, if we're doing this, and ironically, I guess they would be in there. I see them more as friends because because one is an alien and another is a snowman. I guess you could argue that they're both troublemakers, but how would you prove that Chili is a troublemaker? Again, maybe the mangas do that, do a better job at giving him a personality, you know, give him more character, but I don't know. So, unironically, this would be uh, This will be where it will be unironically in an unironic list. But since I'm doing this, I'm putting this, since this one is a joke, and I'm doing this ironically, in the I ship it section, it goes below report Queen Cross King DDD, because it's a joke, obviously. Uh, Susie Cross Magolov. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen a few people, one especially in the Kirby controversy meme, in their take on the Kirby controversy meme, where they didn't watch the anime, so they put they replaced best anime episode and worst anime episode with best ship and worst ship. And their favorite was this one, Susie Cross Magolov, where they said that they like it because putting, I guess, magic and mechanic together, no, mechanization together, robotics and stuff, that that's actually not a bad idea. I guess I do like it. It's bordering on I see them more as friends, but now that I think about it, it isn't actually that far-fetched. And I mean, both were crossing Kirby, both do have, you know, uh, technological stuff. I guess that's how you could say it. I mean, Magolov has the Lost Star Cutter and a big screen that kind of functions like a computer, and Susie is all about mechanizing stuff. But she probably has a computer-like thing. I guess I like it. I don't ship it, but I like it. Now on Kirby Cross Marks, I see them more as friends. I mean, Kirby would be easy to forgive Marks and be his friend. He would be quick to tolerate his nonsense, but they just don't feel like they just don't feel like they have similar or personalities that could not balance uh, that could bounce off each other. They would bounce off of each other. Basically, I don't think they would work, and the fact that Kirby acts like a child. I mean, he is a child, and Max feels more like a teenager to me. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I guess it's not a far-fetched pairing. We don't know how old these characters are. Maybe Max is as old as Kirby, maybe a few years older than Kirby, but it's not a big age gap. And of course, this happens. Okay, I hope it's over. Oh, come on. Well, anyway, oh, I can remove it like this. I don't like this ship. it's not bad, but it's not good either. Magolor cross Marks. Both have mischievous characters because I do see them causing trouble for the lols. Or I mean, Magolov will do it more so to entertain others, while if Marx does something bad, if one of Marx's strengths would, be would ruin someone's day, he wouldn't really mind it. I do have this headcanon where Marx is cool with annoying everybody but Kindididi. But headcanons aside, I'm gonna put this on the top of I see them more as friends because it works better than having Kirby be shipped with Bandana D or Elfilin, with his best friends basically. Max and Magolo are also best friends, but I think it could work. I just don't really enjoy it enough. Meta Knight cross King DDD. Nah. I guess I can put it in the middle. Because, see, King DDD and Meta Knight are supposed to be the closest to parental figures for Kirby. And I mean, if they're supposed to be parental figures, like Kirby is supposed to have two dads, why do they need to be shipped, They can just be father figures and that's it. Not necessarily lovers. There really is nothing that makes me feel like they'd really be a couple. And with how, I guess in terms of personalities, it could be like SpongeBob or Sandy, where SpongeBob is the more goofy one, of goofier one, while Sandy is more serious and I guess down to earth in a way. My point is, yes, King DDD, I guess this could work. It could be this thing where DDD is the goofy one in the relationship, while Meta Knight is the more serious one. I guess when you put it that way, it isn't the worst. But I don't really know why they would be lovers. And that's not even to mention how I don't think Meta Knight would be a parental figure for Kirby. It's just to make him up a father figure in the same way it could be with Kinididi, you have to really soften up his character. And at that point, it wouldn't really feel like Meta Knight, but rather a friendization of Meta Knight. It doesn't feel like. Already Meta Knight doesn't feel like a father figure to me, at least not for Kirby. So putting them together, yeah, I don't like it. Meta Knight cross character knight. No, kill it with fire. They're rivals, why would they be lovers? Meta Knight cross Magolov. No. I don't think they'd be friends either. Or at least not in the same way. No, actually, what am I saying? They'd be okay as friends, but not lovers. They're just not. They just don't fit together. And the same thing can be said about Meta Knight cross Marks, except kill it with fire because you're putting up uh, someone with high values who's no. What am I saying? I mean, Meta Knight isn't the nicest. Isn't really the most highly morable guy, I guess. Isn't. It's not like he has never done something wrong, but to pair him with someone who probably does something wrong every other day, it doesn't work. And I think it's a little worse than Meta Knight cross Galacta Knight because and I think the reason why I put it lower than Meta Knight cross Galacta Knight is because while these two are more survivors, these would be enemies, so no. No thank you. Meta Knight cross Galact no, Morpho Knight. Nah, they'd be rivals like Meta Knight cross like Meta Knight with Galacta Knight. Meta Knight cross the roads. Why? Why? No. And Meta Knight cross Susie is even worse. I mean, I guess it's better than Escargoon cross TDD. Just because he was used as a vessel to make a mechanized version only once. He was abused only once in a way, and the Escargoon gets abused like a lot. Escargoon gets abused a lot in the anime, but that's not really saying much. It's like saying that you like one friend better, that you like one person better because it punched you in the face once rather than a million times. Yeah, that's better, but that's a low. These are low standards. Meta Knight, no, Dark Meta Knight cross Shadow DDD. I see them more as friends. And guess maybe they could work, but I don't really see it. Galatanite cross Morphonite, no. No, and even more no. I mean, the way he was introduced alone ruins this ship. He landed on his head in Star Allies, and he vanished when that happened. He literally pawned him, he killed him, he hurt him. That's not that's not love. And I guess you could say it's on par with Meta Knight Cross Susie, or a little better, because this happened in Star Allies Core, which is non-canon, but I don't know. Uh, Galactonite Cross Sailor D. Nah, I don't really think he'd care about Sailor D, at least not this much. Tavanza Cross Sectonia, now that's not even an OTP, that's just the only canonical Kirby ship in the series. Now, if we're talking about Queen Sectonia and not regular Sectonia, then you would be kill it with fire territory. But I assume this is mostly like this, like the guy behind this tier list template is referring to Sectonia and not Queen Sectonia, so it works. I guess I'm putting it above Kirby Cross Reborn because it's official. Shadow Kirby Cross Prince Fluff. I see them more as friends. We are putting this I guess between the line cross Reborn and Kirby Cross Marks. Because here's the thing. Shadow Kirby is the mirror world counterpart of Kirby, obviously. And I don't know, I guess if Prince Fluff met him, it'd be skeptical. I don't think I don't think he's I don't think he can be a little different than Kirby, even though they're probably around the same age. It could be a little different in the sense that if Kirby sees a slightly different version of a character he knows, maybe it'd be fooled. You know, maybe if there is a mirror world variation of Magolov and it looks a little different but it's mostly the same and he's using that to his advantage to fool Kirby, it probably It'd probably be fooled. But Queen's Fluff would be skeptical. And that's how I think uh, Shadow. I guess that's how Prince Fluff meeting Shadow Kirby will go. He'd be skeptical of the way he looks, especially since he's black. No, no, because it's a dark color, and this is getting awkward. But I swear it's not. I'm not trying to go on that kind of tangent. I think it's because of the kind of character he is next to other mirror world variations. Because Shadow DDD is evil, Dark Meta Knight is evil. It's hard not to make a connection. And if this was the Kirby Fighters version, then yeah, that sentiment is amplified to 10. So I see them more as friends. I guess they could work in a vacuum if Prince Fluff didn't strike me as someone would. If Prince Fluff wouldn't strike me as someone who would be skeptical of a similar but different version of his friend existing. But no, I don't like it. Um, no, uh, not meta. A Sword Knight, Crossblade Knight. No, I guess it's believable in a sense, but no. They're just knights. And honestly, despite them being both knights, in the game universe, they don't really have a relation. They're not friends or anything. I guess they do help Meta Knight in Superstar Ultra in a mod that's not really canon outside of the Galacta Knight fight. They do help him in the Kirby Quest minigame from Mass Attack, but that's a minigame. And I've never seen a statement that actually said that the minigames are meant to be canon. I mean, there is one people love to use to say that, but it doesn't say it like that. I guess in the anime universe, where yes, they are Meta Knight's most trusted allies, they would be in the I ship it. Obviously below these other two. You know what? Screw it, I'm actually putting it in the I ship it. This is what tier lists of ships does to a guy. Let's just end this before I go insane. Not literally, obviously. Like, man. Once across DDD, nah. He kidnapped DDD, and even then, they don't really have a close relationship. Once across Susie, I see them more as friends. They both have to deal with trauma, but that's really the only connection. The ones across Margolov. Nah, I see them more as friends. The ones across the watch. Nah. Is the ones even active? Does he steal stuff? Kidnapping isn't necessarily in the same vein as taking treasure, as robbing people. These last few ones are really just meshing together stuff and expecting it to work somehow. It's throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. Anyway, Taran's across some partisan. No. I guess it could be in the middle. Between the two cross Drossia things. Ships pairings. I'm really getting tired. Last one. Susie cross some partisan. It's in the I see them more as friends. And there you have it, 41 ships ranked. 41 Kirby pairings ranked according to me. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So you can see that a good majority of these ships are more on the negative side. It could be because I'm not really that into shipping. I mean, I do ship these two. In a vacuum, I ship this one, I guess. And these two are obviously... Okay, no, this one is good. This one is a joke, but it's a very good joke. And I do like this stream, but on the other end, I mean, on one end, these have pretty good ships, but these ones, not bad per se, but these ones, ah. I don't really have a conclusion for this video. Happy Valentine's Day. Actually, no. I have one more thing to say. It's not really that I don't really know how to end this video. I'm just going to link this tier list so that you can make your own. I'm very curious on how other people see this tier list. these pairings. Maybe there are a lot more people who ship Kain cross. Who ship Kain with Indian than I think. Maybe there are a lot of people who do that, and I just live under a rock. But yeah, that would be it for this video. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you on a few weeks when I'll be talking about, you know, a pretty interesting topic that Dexux actually covered. So that's gonna be cool. I'm going to shout out him. I'm going to shout him out in the next video in the beginning too. So that's pretty cool. And I guess I'll have to say it. It's about Kirby speaking full sentences, and that's going to be really interesting. So I hope I'll see you all there. So again, happy Valentine's Day and see you next time. Bye bye.